is our new techniques, new features, new technologies to the social media world that have enhanced your ability to communicate using Twitter, Facebook. We're going to get into Instagram, we're going to get into Vine, we're going to cover a lot in a short period of time. So Twitter's new Jiff search feature, and some people may say GIF, some people may say Jiff. I used to say GIF. Now I say with the soft G, Jiff. Ashley says GIF. There's actually two schools of people out there, and I think there's even a hashtag and a fight going on, if you will, a friendly fight on the internet about how to pronounce it. I'm going to say Jiff. And Twitter makes it possible for you to easily share animated short video clips in your tweets. And it's really fun. It's a good way, Brooke and everybody else, to get your messages seen. And I'm going to show you in a minute. And this is, again, a little humor regarding how to pronounce GIF or GIF. It says here, actually, somewhere, soft G, like the peanut butter commercial, choosy mums choose Jiff. She's shaking her head vehemently no.
Yep, no.
Who votes for...
Good moms choose GIF.
Ah, that's great, bro.
Graphics, so it should be a hard G.
What's that?
Right. The G is graphics, so it should be a
I
hard
know,
G.
I know.
That's fine.
All right, I'm going to say GIF. It almost doesn't come
My heart.
out that way. GIF, GIF, whatever. Quick animated series of images. Has anyone in the room used a...
I used to call it Jiff, but then I heard more people call it GIF, so I've been going with that.
All the designers I know, it's hard G, GIF. But anyway.
Roger, you?
It's a
GIF? All right.
I remember it was GIF.
I win.
I can't go against the crowd. Me? What? Wait, what? GIF? GIF? Whatever. Let's talk about it.
So where do you go to search that? Is that what you're about to get to?
Go on to Twitter. I'm going to show you exactly.
Okay, cool.
This came out in February, the new feature. Very cool. So someone like me hadn't, if I had used a GIF or a GIF in the past, I don't recall until this new feature came out. Once this new feature came out, I've been using it a bunch, and I love it. And honestly, I can tell you, it does call more attention to your tweets. What you do is you just go to start a tweet like you normally would. Okay, so Brooke is going to compose a new tweet. You can see that little GIF. I'm going to say GIF. Symbol. You click on that. You write your tweet like you normally would. And there's that little GIF box right there. Boom. Click it. And then it's going to give you, because it ties in with Jiffy, which is a search engine for GIFs, and they're all free to use. So you can find a really fun GIF that goes along with the content of your tweet, and you can do vice versa. So what I mean is, a lot of people tell me I don't know what to say on Twitter. Go on to Twitter, look for a cool, funny GIF, and that's almost saying it for you. It triggers ideas like,
Oh no, your Wi-Fi is not
I'll show you in a
working.
minute. You can choose from any variety, add the most appropriate, and tweet, boom, gone. And it goes out and it looks like that. And isn't that fun? And so a few months ago, when Twitter came out with this feature, that was my response. Thanks, Twitter, for making it so easy to use these things. So you want to
Turn
thank
it off and
somebody,
try it without it.
which is a great thing to do on social media, great way to get people's attention. Just go to tweet, look up GIFs, type in thanks. It'll give you all these different fun, cool, colorful ways to say thank you. And I can tell you that's a great way, almost an automatic way, to get engagement with somebody. Who's not going to respond and say you're welcome or my pleasure? Okay, so if you're thinking business reasons, I want to get the attention of a prospect. I want to invite someone to speak. I want to, whatever. I need something from somebody. Thank them for doing something. And after they do it, thank them. And they're going to remember it.
Did you find a good one?
Friday feeling. Another way
Are you
to
tweeting,
get
Marge?
your tweets paid attention to is to Newsjack, and Friday Feeling is a common now hashtag. Very fun. Let your hair down and say, I get that Friday feeling. And I grabbed this Tom Hanks little clip from, who's the singer? Carly Rae Jepsen.
Perfect.
I think the last time I presented this, I said, who would think I'm a Carly Rae Jepsen fan, but I actually love her singing. And this is from the music video. It's Tom Hanks doing the fist bump. And I used it for the Friday Feeling tweet that you're seeing right here, really fun. If you got nothing else to say, or even if you have plenty else to say, you don't always want to be talking business. You don't always want to be promoting. So this is a good way to mix it up. And look at this. This was before, Ashley, our last presentation. And I said how psyched and happy, and you know, who could do it better than Jimmy Fallon? I certainly can.
Elmo does it better.
And so it's a great way, and these are just a few examples, that you can really get someone's attention better than doing it without a GIF. Of course, there are other little techniques in here. That's a hashtag. I'm tagging Nedma and Ashley and Sarah. And so there's a lot of ways this tweet is getting people's attention. Just showing you little techniques. Hey, look at this. You could pick a day of the week and say something about it. So this is really jumping out. It's like those flashing neon signs in Times Square, or the Citgo sign in Kenmore Square, in a tweet. And you can do it very easily. You don't have to be a designer. I'm not a designer. And that's the thing. I was saying earlier on, I started with direct mail, and then email, and now social. My core competency is content. But I've branched out. I wear many hats. We have to nowadays. Anyone in social media is part designer, part analyst, part content marketer. Put them all together, and this is how it works. You need to do good creative. You need to have a good audience, that tribe I was talking about, the gaggle of people, the brand ambassadors, the employee advocates who are going to spread the message on your behalf. You have to reach those people with creativity and great content and some design. And more jokes about Jiff, GIF. I find it could be either or. You say Jiff, I say GIF, kind of like tomato, tomato. That's enough on GIFs. Let's go into Facebook Live, which Ashley is doing right now, and I will be doing for her when she gets up here and speaks. Facebook Live was introduced just a few months ago, in April. Huge game changer. Sure, people are afraid, reluctant, hesitant to go live on Facebook. But think of the power of video. Think of, you know, words are one thing, and a good crafted tweet, a great, well-written blog post, yes, it gets you pretty far in the sales funnel, if you will, reaching the people you want to reach. But video is authentic, it's immediate, it's credible, it's personality versus just a pulse. It shows your audience who you are as an individual, whether you're representing yourself or a company. And people do business with people. So as great as your products are, is highly valued as the services that you provide are. People want to get to know you. Combine great products, great services with a great personality, or just a personality, because we're all people, nobody's perfect. That's what Facebook Live makes possible. All you do, it's the easiest thing in the world to do. And again, remember the slides I showed you at the beginning. The mailbox, the printing press, AOL, game changer. This is so radically different than anything we've been able to do before. When I met Beth in 1993, and we would just getting to know each other at NEDMA, we didn't have this, obviously. We were decades away from having this. This makes it possible for you to reach a huge audience instantaneously. All you do is go onto your phone, and just like you're doing a status update, there's a little option to go live. Type in what you want to say, press, it goes out to your audience. The reason companies need to have employee advocates is, this underscores one of the reasons. Because if your company has a handful of people with good reputations, with a lot of knowledge, with a lot of credibility, and they can harness their individual networks on your behalf, that is spreading the message. People aren't necessarily gonna glom onto a company, a corporate logo, but they will hang with other people that they like, so that they trust. So you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be all buttoned up and polished and shiny and this and that. You just have to be yourself. I say it so many times in social. Anyways,
So
very easy to use. Yes, bro.
So sorry, so I don't use my phone for Facebook, I use like this. I'm not seeing the icon for go live.
Only the device.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Is
Yes.
there a limit to how much time you can post for?
Not that I know of. As far as I know, indefinite. Okay, I do not know. Well, in fact, Facebook has another feature now. You can do indefinite. I have not used it yet, and that's where it's, I forget what it's called, I'm not talking about it today, but it is something where you can just put your phone on something, like watching a bird's nest or something, and leave it there.
Mm.
That feature, and I'm not sure what you call it, that video does not get saved, I know that. Facebook Live does get saved. So at the end of this, and again, Ashley's, you guys can go, this is public, go to facebook.com, Bob Cargill, you can watch this presentation live. That's cool. So if I have almost 1,000 friends and almost 300 of them, making these numbers up, but they're approximate, are in marketing, they all could be watching right now. And that's pretty powerful stuff. You know, multiply
Did you
that.
promote this as you would like a webinar or something like that?
No, only because we're experimenting, if you will. No, but that's what people are starting to do. Yeah. Oh, they're doing it all the time. You could do it right from your office.
Oh, I'll be damned.
You could give a presentation for an hour. You could have a Q&A for an hour. Anyone, that's the whole thing. Anyone, all of this social makes it so possible for any one of us, no matter who we are. We do need to know an awful lot, because the thing about social is it's very transparent. So if you're not credible and don't know your stuff, people won't pay attention. And you can tell by the numbers. And again, it's all based in direct marketing. That's what I love. It's measurable. We know how many people watch. We can see how many people engage. Yes, sir.
By the way, it's 90 minutes. I just checked on the health. Live broadcast can be no longer than 90 minutes.
Really? Thank you. No longer than 90 minutes. I did not know that.
So views could be 90?
That's what this gentleman is saying, that there's a 90-minute limit. Okay. So I better hurry up and talk to give Ashley time.
Well, Ashley gets another 90 minutes.
If everyone's willing to stay that long. So let's keep going. And as I said, if you look it up, it's public. Feel free to interact there. And Ashley will tell me if people are asking questions.
So
We-
in fact, you have Robert Lee is liking this.
Excellent.
And Barbara Ellis Cargill, I guess.
Who would that be?
Where is this? I'm sorry.
That's
where
my
is
wife,
this
Barbara.
It's-
Hi, Bob.
Is
It's
it
fine.
on your Facebook?
This is on my Facebook.
He's
Yes.
literally, it's recording right now on Facebook. Look at that.
Let's see.
Is
How
this
cool
the
is that?
live three viewers up in the corner? Is
Yeah.
that?
It looks like about a 20-minute delay though. 'Cause
Yes.
you're,
Oh, it could be the first video.
delay? Well, kinda.
Oh.
Wow.
It's probably the first one because I stopped one.
Well, right, there's gotta be some sort of
No, I was
streaming.
wondering what that, how it
Let me
was.
keep going on to keep in the interest of time and give Ashley her fair share of this presentation today. 10 ways you can use Facebook Live. Go behind the scenes. So I saw American Idol, the finale, big American Idol fan, loved that show. Saw Adam Lambert live a few months ago this winter, my wife and I can't remember when, it was within the last year. He was so awesome, and he's an American Idol alum. I just love that show. So sorry to see it go. But my point is you can go behind the scenes. They were using it for that. You can give pep talks and provide inspiration. You can share news and information. So let's say you were driving down the street and saw, I don't know, someone dressed up as the Jolly Green Giant. You might want to get out and film him or her live, and that's news. That's information to people. Opinion and commentary. You could do that every Friday at noon. It's the Polaris Direct, I'm making this up, marketing minute. And you can do it live. Margie Dana, live. Seriously, there are some brands in this room, people who meaning personal brands who have credibility, have knowledge, every one of you do. You could do this, it's not hard. You just gotta be bold and confident enough to do it. You don't need a script. You know, it's if you know what you're talking about, if you've done any presentations ideally plural in the past, you're gonna excel at this, and it's not gonna cost you anything except your time, and you're gonna see the results immediately. It saves the video, so you could drive people to that video in the future.
What, a little thumbnail is gonna show up on your Facebook site?
Yeah, it's a status
Click here to
update.
watch that?
And I believe it pops up on your phone, I believe, if you're a friend of whoever is doing it. You can take questions. If anyone asks a question, Robert Lee or my wife Barbara, or if anyone else is watching, and they'll see it later. This will hang. So Ashley and I and all of you could watch it again. Rachel, we could promote it over at Overdrive. This is Facebook Live. You can share tips, you can deliver presentations, you can be funny, you can profile employees, speak impromptu, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Powerful stuff. Facebook Live, new in 2016.
Is this archived by Facebook indefinitely? Like if I went back because I knew you had
As
to?
far as I know, I've done this a bunch of times.
Yeah.
My favorite one I did was on kayak, and I just talked for about half an hour. And a lot of my friends are saying, I didn't realize you could just talk like that forever and ever. I said, no one usually listens, so. Facebook Live, whether you listen or not, I'm
Well,
out there.
subsequently, so could you take those 30-minute clips if you're talking about kayak and 10 other applications, and then you wanted to do a little compilation of 2 or 3 minutes about 5 things, could you then edit?
Edit, I am not sure if you can download the file. I don't know if anyone can look that up while I'm
I wonder
talking.
even whether you can edit right there, the way you can at least mark an endpoint error, not point.
I have a feeling you can't,
You must be.
but I don't know for sure. I can tell you Periscope, which is owned by Twitter, has a similar product, and you can do what you're talking about. You can download the file, because I've done Periscope. I download the file and I put it on YouTube, and it's there forever. So Periscope is Twitter's version of the live. I'm not gonna play this only because I don't wanna go on the internet and have what happened before, me lose where I was in the PowerPoint. But what I wanted to point out, and I could hit that, but I won't, it's Mark Zuckerberg introducing, of course, practicing what he preaches, Facebook Live, using Facebook Live a few months ago. And you know how I said you don't have to be buttoned up, shiny, polished? Meaning, you know, Mark Zuckerberg is the epitome of the executive of 2016. I mean, he's young, you don't have to be young or old, doesn't matter. You know, but I'm saying he's a casual guy, t-shirt, jeans, and he just is himself. And he's a genius, obviously, and he's changed the world. And he's who to model, me, in my mind, who to model, is the new model of business. Don't worry about appearance as much as authenticity. That's, you know, the change in business in the last 20, 30 years.
I do have a question, so on the upper left-hand corner, it says live, 2 viewers, how do you know who those 2 viewers are? Who are those 2 viewers?
I think you can, I think you might not be able to, I think I can click and see, because Ashley is actually on my account, and I think it shows who those live viewers are.
So I'm probably one of them, because I'm
It's
watching
possible.
it, right? Okay.
I don't know how many of you
I
are
think that
on.
might be the other.
I'm on it too, though.
Oh, huh. I just.
So
I
it's
can't tell
lying
you
to
it's
us.
counting stats. I can tell you what I've done in my limited experience with Facebook Live versus Periscope. Periscope, I get a lot more viewers, but I don't know who they are, because Periscope, like Twitter, is an open network, so you'll get people on the other side of the world watching, which is cool, it's fun. Facebook, you only get the people you're connected with. So it's probably a more qualified audience, if you will. I'm not going to show you the video, but here's American Idol using it. And that's that. We're going to bounce over to Instagram because we do need to keep moving. So Instagram this year introduced the new longer video feature. I believe in the past you could only do 15 seconds on Instagram. Now you can do 60 seconds. Remember, Facebook owns Instagram. So a lot of people tell me, why should I use Instagram? There's a bunch of reasons. I don't yet use Instagram, or I'm on Instagram, I don't take many pictures. There are a multitude of reasons why you should be. Number one, it's owned by Facebook, and you can share on Facebook very easily. Number two, huge engagement rates on Instagram. Much, much higher in engagement rates than some of the other channels. However, they have since made an algorithm change that does a little something to hamper those engagement rates, meaning you used to in your streams see every post by the people you connected with in chronological order. Now, it's not guaranteed that every one of your connections will see your post. It's algorithmically shown, just like Facebook in the news feed, just like Twitter in your stream. Algorithms are how the social channels show your content. That's why you want the likes and the favorites and the shares and the comments. So a lot of clients might say to me, what's so big, what's the big deal about a like? The more likes, the more Facebook, the more Twitter, the more Instagram notices your content, then shares it, shows it to more people. So the more engagement, the greater the reach, and the better the chances of people clicking through and then going to your website and buying your products and services. Instagram, 60-second videos, big deal. This is number 3. We gotta move because we got some of these to talk about. I'm not gonna show you this video, but this is when they introduced the new 60-second video feature. It was a highlight reel of how people are using Instagram. People might remember Gronk from the Patriots did a really, really funny, cool, but you'll look it up, 60-second Instagram video to introduce the feature. In fact, I think a few celebrities did. Those are the influencers I'm talking about. So Instagram probably paid some influencers to get the word out on their behalf. Every one of us, first of all, we can be influencers for each other, and we should be. I tell every group, number one, I know most of you, we all know each other. If we don't, we should get to know each other, and we should help each other on social. That's influencing for each other. That's what the celebrities do. It's the big thing they do really, really well. Watch how they do it. They share each other's stuff. That's what we got to do in the marketing world. Share each other's stuff. A lot of agencies, companies don't get that either. They don't understand, why would I share somebody else's content? Because then they might share yours. That's the way it works. Instagram, if you have an account, open it up. Click the camera icon. I'm going to show you. We're going to do one. And I'll share it after. I'm going to save it and I'll share it afterwards. So I want to say something along with it. But we'll do one in a minute. Click the word video. Press and hold. I'll show you again in a minute. Save. You can choose a filter. You can write the caption. That's why I said I'm going to do it later. I'm going to take it in a few minutes and I'll tell you when. You can tag people. You can add a location. You can share to Facebook. Very, very cool. Very popular. And just because you are a B2B brand and you might think it's not your image, think again. It's a great way to show corporate culture, to show personality, to show that you are real human beings. So, what we're going to do, if you don't mind, and you don't, if anyone, tell me now if you don't want to be in this, or duck. I am going to ask a few of you. Well, I got 60 seconds. I could probably ask all of you. And I'll go around, I'll walk around, and then I'll share the slavers. Everyone in, and if you're not, shake me off when I walk around. And you can talk as long as you want. I guess if you want to steal 30 or 40 seconds, but ideally each of you in 5 or 10 seconds. I might not get to all of you, so I apologize. But I'm going to start with Brooke if he's okay.
Sure.
And I'm just going to go around. You can say who you are if you want, or just answer the question, and I'll start it. And it's not live, so no pressure. What have you learned, or what do you think so fun about today? And I'll say that question. In fact, I'm going to turn it on to the selfie mode, and I'll ask the question, and then I'll turn it around and walk around. Okay, it's not live, but it'll be fun. Hey everyone, this is Bob Cargill. We're at NEDMA's 10 ways that social media is new and different in 2016 presentation. Ashley Persico and I are talking to a group of folks, and I'm not sure if my video is working. Hold on, we're going to start over.
Take 2.
Yeah, well, let's try it again. I know what I was doing. Here we go. Hey everyone, this is Bob Cargill. 10 ways that social media is new and different in 2016 for NEDMA with Ashley Persico. And I'm going to go around the room and ask people, what have they learned so far during our presentation? Brooke, what do you like about today's presentation?
Well, awesome content. Learn 3 things, right? Goldfish have a 9-second memory span. Us humans only have 8 seconds. But Bob's teaching us how now we can live stream on Facebook for an hour. Sorry. I'm messing this up.
Let's try it one more time. I'm messing it up. Good way to demonstrate. See, this is what you have to do.
I got cut off with an hour and a half.
All right, you're going to do it one more time. that's working. Okay, this is Bob Cargill, 10 Ways Social Media is New and Different in 2016 for NEDMA with Ashley Persico. And we're gonna go around the room and ask people what they've learned so far in the presentation. Brooke.
Hey, this is Brooks Spalding. I learned 3 things. Goldfish, 9 seconds of memory, humans only 8. So here we are learning how Facebook live streaming can go an hour and a half, and somehow this Instagram piece is gonna go for 60 seconds.
Absolutely, thanks Brooke. Rachel, how about you?
It's pronounced GIF, not Jiff.
Ashley, what about you?
That's what I like to hear.
Anyone else over here? We got about 25 seconds
But
left.
you can't sleep if you want to be active on social media.
I agree, sleepless in social media.
There's still an argument about whether it's Jiff or.
I agree, and I say Jeff, that's probably good.
That you can look up GIFs on Twitter and find a bunch of good content.
Yes, absolutely. Anyone back there?
It's personalized, it's powerful, and it's very quick.
Thank you very much, everybody. Awesome, awesome. That's a great video. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna jump to keep things moving. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna just it'll stay there. That was cool. So you're not gonna see it for a while. I'll tell you when it's posted. Let's keep moving because we're gonna talk about Vine. Yikes! I'm out of breath for all this stuff. So Vine, told you new and different. Vine is owned by Twitter. Vine is 6-second video clips, continuously looping.
By the way, I heard they just expanded their duration to, I think, either 20 or 30 seconds.
I did not know.
Just in the last day or two. I saw it someplace. I think that's right.
Mike says Vine now it has an option for 20 or 30-second long videos. I will have to check. But what I do know is they have a few other new features, and we're going to talk about them. And they are known for the 6-second continuously looping video. This is a video I did for Overdrive, and did that a few years ago. And if you've seen Vine, the way it works is it goes very fast and it continuously loops, and you can do stop motion. So it's very cool. And what I did, I tried to be creative. I put a pile of rocks on the road, and I spelled out Overdrive rocks. Get it? And the and you can do that for anybody. Margie rocks, Ashley rocks, Mike rocks. And it was creative and it was stop motion. So it was really, really cool, I thought. I'm not gonna show it now, but you can look it up if you want. You can look me up on Vine and we can look at that video. How to use Vine, you gotta have the app. So again, this is on your mobile device. Okay, who's using Vine? Anyone here in the audience use Vine? Rachel, Ashley, you, yeah.
I used to.
Yeah. Check it out. It's another great creative way to get in front of
Could you just go back 1 slide so I can write the address? It won't take long. Vine.co/.
Where is the?
There it is.
Yep. Know what you do, Brooke? Go to, if you're on Android, go to Play Store
Okay.
and download the app, and you're on. So
Gotcha.
sign up, find and follow other accounts, like, comment. So like all the other channels, you want to interact, you want to like other people's stuff. Record your own Vines, which we're going to do in a minute. Press the camera icon, hold your finger on the screen, you take it off to pause. You can do stop motion. 6 seconds maximum, less, as Mike says, it's giving you a new option. No, that's good. That's what we want to talk about, the new features. And you can add a caption, and you can share. So again, most social channels, is the social part of it. You connect with people, you interact with people, and you share cross-channel. So Vine isn't an entity in and of itself. You share it on Twitter, you could share it on Facebook. So here's some visuals. So press the camera icon, hold your finger on the screen, press that check mark. That's when you really know that you like it. And you add a caption up here, and see, you can share it on Twitter, Facebook, or just Vine.
And by the way, it is saying Vine today announced a significant shakeup to its core product that it hopes will entice more people to use the video looping app. Vine is now allowing people to capture and attach video up to 140 seconds.
Oh,
Oh,
when
wow.
is that? What's the date on that?
This is yesterday, 8:24 a.m.
Yesterday it was announced, this is good. So that makes 11, 12, I hope we're well over 10, I think, things you can learn.
140 seconds.
Doesn't it match the Twitter character count, 140?
So
That's
there are other
sounds
features.
deliberate, right?
Mike's new feature that he just found as of yesterday trumps all of these, but you can watch an account's Vines in any order. You can edit your Vine caption. And I don't have an iPhone, but it says you can use 3D touch also on Vine. And I can tell you, here's the Boston Red Sox. You tap there, and then you can see their recent Vines, their oldest Vines. And Vines are your videos. And these are an example of a few I've done. And notice, by the way, that I tagged.
So that 136 loops, does that mean someone's played it 136 times, or you
Yeah,
yourself?
it has been viewed. Now maybe that, I don't know if it counts, I might have watched it 5 times. It does play over and over. So yeah, that's your measurement. So again, I've always said social media is direct marketing. It's better than, what we used to be able to measure in terms of all the metrics. You get really good data. And let me do a Vine, because I got to turn this over to Ashley. I'm taking, going too long. Can we go to 4:30, Beth? Is that possible? Yeah.
Oh, we are.
Oh, okay. And maybe even, let's see, let's get to Vine. So on Vine, I can make it easy or not, meaning, what do we want to talk about? You want me to ask you what you learned, or you just want to say your name, which makes it very easy? Just say your name. So I'm going to do stop motion. So I'm just going to go from person to person. Brooke, if you don't mind, I'm going to get who I didn't get.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I didn't get you, Mike. Margie, I didn't get you. But I can stop this. So I'll just say your name if you don't mind, and I'll tell you when. I'll go like this.
All right. Mike Chabot.
See, I stopped it. Stop motion. Awesome. Anyone want to be in?
Melissa Rowe.
I'll tell you when.
Melissa Rowe.
And I only have time for one more. I'll do both of them.
Okay.
There you go.
Wait, I'll tell you. You gotta go quick.
Lindsay Wells, Melanie Gray.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. So I'll share that later too. Well, here it is, but I'll share it. See?
Oh, no.
That's mine. Remember, this is what's new and different, okay? This is not basics. We're showing you new toys. Finally, and this is the fun.
By the way,
This
just
is-
going back to that, was that
What?
live or is that?
That is not live. Vine is not live.
You need to post that.
Yeah, I need to post it, and I'm going to. I'm gonna listen to it, and then I'll post it. I wanna write a nice caption, you know what I mean? I can multitask, but I don't know about writing a caption while I'm talking, and on Facebook Live, and running out of time, because Ashley needs to speak. Justin, I love Justin Bieber, actually. I really am a fan. I'm a believer, is that what we are?
They say.
But he recently said no more selfies because he was getting so much attention. People were glomming onto him. People do glom onto Justin. Understandably, he's a huge talent. This is number 5 in my list of things that are new. What's new is business in general needs to lighten up. I think I've made that point. That's how to use social. Not even a question. And there's data to back it up. Number 1, people share content. Number 1 reason is to make people laugh. So the odd, the unusual, the different, within certain parameters, of course. But you being a human, not being automated, not being corporate and buttoned up, but just being real. That's how you're going to get your content shared.
Wait, can I just ask you one other thing?
Yes.
Because my experience has been that that's the thing that paralyzes all these companies from using social, is that they have total analysis paralysis and they're afraid to let their hair down.
Mike is exactly right, of course. Yeah, I can't, I've said this since, I started blogging. I've said this for the last 12 years, meaning what you just said. And I'm not trying to say, I said it before you did. Anyone who does social media knows that. It has to start within the organization. The executives at high level have to support it and practice what they preach. Once they do, boom, it takes off. Not even a question. Because the high-ranking executives have more authority, clout, and reach. So if they're on social, they're going to draw attention. And then whatever is said by them is supported by the employees. You got an army. You got that gaggle, that tribe. let's keep moving. Selfie, this is fun, easy. And you know what, I may do it at the, I'll do it at the end of the session, because I want to give Ashley time. We are going to do a group selfie. Selfies make people laugh. Selfies are huge, selfies are a phenomenon, you will continue to read about them. It's a psychological thing. I think it's because it's easy to do. It's not narcissism. I mean, you know, I see so many articles about that. Sure, I guess, you know what, for every person who wants his or her picture out there, there's another who doesn't. So I think it's more that just people like to see people up close, smiling, in the element, in the moment. That's what I think. These are two incredibly popular selfies. Barack with Ortiz, and then of course Ellen DeGeneres' I think probably has the record for, although I think there was one recently that might have surpassed it, but you know, 3.3 million retweets. That's insane. I mean, that's like crazy. Selfies make people laugh. I'm going backwards. Let's look at hers and look at this. It's where you could win the free selfie stick. Bought last night. It's a good one. I bought it at Walmart, but it's a good one. It's Bluetooth selfie stick. Selfie sticks are cool. I got one. I will demonstrate this before we get out of here. Wicked cool, I'm telling you. Yesterday was National Selfie Day. Seriously.
Did you do it? Did you post?
I did. Of course, Marty. Of course. Look at that picture, because there's going to be a question about it. I know. It's a well, you all get computers in front of you. You all get computers in front of you. That's all I'll say. If you tweet me the answer to this question at the end of the session, you will win a free selfie stick if you get the question right, and then it's how many people, and celebrities, how many people are in that picture, the selfie picture. Not like far in the background, although I don't think you can see anyone anyways. The first one, to answer that correctly, you gotta tag me, you gotta tag Ashley, and you gotta tag Nedma. Meaning those handles have to be in the tweet, and the correct answer, the first one, gets the selfie stick.
I know.
And
I don't see you going for it.
if we can do, because maybe the time is right, and then Ashley's gonna hand me
Give it the data.
Facebook Live, and she's gonna talk. I would love, if we can do it, if you guys wanna be in this selfie.
How much does the selfie stick cost?
It varies depending on, a good one, $15 or so.
Right.
You can get, there's all kinds. Remote control, Bluetooth synced, testing it.
That's way too serious, Bob.
I know, it works. Okay, if anyone I would love all of you to get in this, including Ashley with Facebook Live. Just gather behind me,
I'm gonna stand in the
and
back.
then we'll turn it over to Ashley. These are always fun. So you can see, look, someone's tweeting. And if you can see yourself, let's make that go away. There we go, you're in it. Let's get this just right. Good? Here we go. All right, boom, selfies. Thanks everyone.